All right, so just to put the button on this conversation with this lady right here.
Oh, yeah.
Does she deserve to be on the cover? Yes or no?
No.
Absolutely not.
There's no agreement that she should be on the cover.
I'll say no, and I say the reason for that is because the reason she's on there and not, I mean, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition made its name on the fact that they've had nothing but stunningly hot women on there that were bikini swim. That's that's the only reason most guys had a subscription to Sports Illustrated in the first place
like
back in the day.
Hottest.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of like, putting her on there normalizes the idea that beauty is, because that's why Peterson got in a lot of hot water about this, and he knew damn well what he was doing.
He dropped the bomb in there. He knew exactly what was going on.
But what it's about is so it's the normalization thing, because as I said, statistically speaking, 75% of the U.S. population is overweight. But what it's also doing is it's saying that beauty is actually objective and not subjective, and that's the problem. That you want to know why that causes such outrage is because people say, well, she's beautiful and beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's subjective. It's this. Like, no, it is not.
Yeah. Let me. That looks like a Lane Bryant ad.
Well, and then so what's saying is that beauty's a social construct, and it's like beauty is not a social construct, because if it were, for men, men have a larger pool of what makes them aroused and everything else, but that the idea of beauty, like this is something that we should promote in some, as opposed to something else. That's saying that social constructionism is a thing. It's trying to reinforce social construction.
Is it fair to say that Jordan Peterson is basically saying, I don't care how much you want to force this down my throat, she's not hot?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Look, there's, I don't know if
we'll go the healthy route. Yeah. We'll say, oh, well, she's not healthy. That's not, healthy.
She's big bone.
Positivity. And it's like, that has nothing, like, when I see that argument, I'm like, don't go there. Yeah. Just say, this is based on this is on subjectivity and relativity as opposed to empirical data and, objective realism. Let's look at this.
Well, let me ask you.
Most men would not find that attractive.
Just how Jordan Peterson dropped a truth bomb out there. All right, let's see what happens. I don't know if it was like, trying to rattle the cage of the people, but let's see if Sports Illustrated, if they knew what they were doing. You know that she wasn't the only one on the cover. Did you guys know that?
I'm sure.
So there were 4 different covers. Let's play. No. One of them was arguably the most famous woman in the world, Kim Kardashian. Pull that up. Looks good. Controversial. We can talk about that. The third girl was Ciara, who's married to quarterback Russell Wilson, 1-2 music singer. And then how about this one? Mae Musk. Do you know who this lady is?
Elon Musk's
This is Elon Musk's mom.
I'm surprised they didn't put Paulina Porzakova on there.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
she's the oldest.
The golfer?
No, she was married to Rick Ocasek. She was just in the news not too long. She's trying to be a supermodel again.
How old is she?
Over 60.
Just put in Mae Musk. I think she's about to be 70 something. Mae Musk age.
She looks better than the fat girl.
She's the oldest.
She's 74 years old.
Yeah.
Justin, you think she looks better than the big girl?
Yeah, I think she deserves to be on there more than the big girl.
Let's see some images.
She looks
really?
great.
Yeah.
So hold on, bro.
Wait.
Hold on. We're okay. We're talking about objective versus subjective.
That's great.
Some people are going to say, look, with all due respect, Mr. Waller,
Yeah.
I'd rather have the bigger girl who's young and hot than the old 74-year-old lady.
I guess if we're defining the girl on the cover being a girl you want to sleep with, maybe. Yeah. But as far as deserves to be on there, worked hard to take care of herself her entire life and isn't fat, I put her in front of the previous girl.
Do you ladies agree?
I respect this woman more.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You respect her more.
Yes, absolutely.
All I see is that we have a fat girl, we have an older woman, we have who else? Ciara. What do we call her? Like
She's a mommy. She was a single mommy when she met
looks
Russell
great.
Wilson.
She looks great.
Wait, she's
a star.
She's the one that kind of got the beta guy, right?
Well,
I don't think she's a beta.
Hold on. It was.
And then what would you call Kim Kardashian?
She.
Go one by one.
Yeah,
What's Kim?
She's like promoting that you can have both sides. I don't want to say hypergamy, but you can get a guy that an alpha guy to have your kids. She got that part. Yeah. She got he's talented. Like having those genes is very good. Then you have her.
Flip side of the coin. So just so we're not, exactly picking sides, let's just throw this out there. So the body positive movement encourages inclusion, not obesity. Encourages inclusion, not obesity. Let me read a couple quotes for you guys, and we'll pick up thoughts on the other side. So the body positive movement promotes acceptance of all bodies, regardless of shape, size, skin tone, gender, and physical abilities, but not everyone sees it that way. Cool. Gone are the days of brands hiring only women with size 2 bodies, like Tori over there. Women of many shapes, sizes, okay, sorry, a 0. Hello. Women of many shapes, sizes, abilities, and ages are now being showcased, and progress is being made. Further, nobody should feel judged on what they do or don't do with their bodies, and I think that's what we hope for at the end of the day: acceptance and respect. Last thought from the body positive movement, these ladies right here. Body positivity means not depriving yourself or forcing yourself to change or participate in anything that could be detrimental to your health and well-being based on outside forces and opinions. Go ahead, Rolo, thoughts. And you can pull up some of those models.
First and foremost, this is the year of the woman, just so we're clear, because we're in a midterm election right now. So when we talk about student debt forgiveness, remember 2/3 of that debt of 1.7 million is owned by women. That's number one. That's why Elizabeth Warren was talking about student debt forgiveness, and she was putting in from the perspective of, well, women need this forgiveness. Well, let's petition President Biden to get this done. So that's number one. Number two, of course, is the Roe V Wade thing that's going on right now,
which we're going to cover.
And we'll get into that too. But they're going to ride this into November. And this right here, by the way, the Sports Illustrated, this is timed for this right now. So we have this conversation. We have this. So we're amping up this emotionalism so that women go, oh my God, body positivity. I can't believe. Like Jordan Peterson walked right into that. Walked right into that comment because that's what they want. That's what it's outrage brokership is what it is. And
who's they? Sports Illustrated, political movements, corporations,
certainly Democratic Party. Let's just say that right now. But certainly corporations, that have an investment in it. We'll talk about the pro female side of corporate decisions here in a minute. But the body positivity thing has been around for forever. But why are we talking about it now? Because we're 6 months out from the November elections. That's why. And you can go and you will find protesters out there in pink pussy hats with banners saying, show up on November 8th. That's essentially what this is meant. It's agitprop. It's agitating propaganda so that we have these conversations. We keep the emotionalism high all the way into October.
Culture wars.
That's what this is meant to do. That's why they put the girl on the front of the cover.
Can we pull up some of these other girls? Because there's a difference between the Yumi Lee and this girl. What's her name?
Tess Holiday.
Can we flip that so the
well, this
now
is
that
problem.
Is a total
this is a problem.
Now, like, here's where I stand. Yumi Lee. Can we just toggle between these pictures? Okay, this is Tess. Okay, Yumi Lee. Actually, that's a pretty bad picture right there.
That is morbidly obese.
The one in the yellow.
Medically, that is morbidly
the one
obese.
in the red up top. Like, if you just showed me that top picture,
just like
I'd say
Megan Fox.
She's kind of Megan Fox looking-ish. Is that what you're saying?
Just like a fat Megan Fox.
Face.
She's got a pretty face. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And even the Sports Illustrated, I'm sorry, the one that Jordan Peterson tweeted. Exactly. Not like, oh my God, fat girl. I don't think so. Now flip it to the other girl. She actually looks good here. Flip it to this other girl. Straight up fat girl. I mean, I don't. There's no debate with that. Like, she is obese.
You put a number on
she
it.
Needs
they want to argue
angioplasty
it.
is what she's going to need.
Okay, and now if Jordan Peterson would have said that about her, would you have had the same problem? Like, are there different levels to outrage?
I just, like I said before, I just think the way that he worded it came off a little rude. That's really it. But obviously, this woman is overweight, and that's not okay to promote.
I mean, this is the cover of Cosmo. Women. I mean, is that the number one magazine for women? I gotta assume that.
Yeah, there's only one Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. There's plenty of Cosmos.
So is this okay? What is this? What is this sending? You could be 400 pounds and you're
What
Gucci?
is it that this lady does? What does she do?
She's a model. She's a plus size model. Pull up a couple other girls. Pull up Ashley Graham.
Oh Lord.
They don't want to put a number on it.
Put up Ashley Graham.
I think she looks
good. Who's a bigger gal. She's not obese though. She's not. She's like a thicker gal.
I think that might be her body shape. She looks great right
she actually looks kind of good. But this Tess Holiday girl, that's a whole nother level. And then let me flip something for you guys. Do you know who Winnie Harlow is?
Yeah.
Pull up Winnie Harlow. What are your thoughts on her?
I think she's bombing. Bomb.
Like, you think she's because she's skinny?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Just because she's skinny?
She looks fit to me.
Okay, but you don't have a problem with her skin?
Talking about the obvious.
What's that? Yeah, Justin, are you into? Is she skinny? Are you into the vitiligo?
No, I'm not. But
you know who she dates, by the way? I don't know if she's still with him. Kyle Kuzma, NBA player. Pull up Kyle Kuzma and her right there. But so do you have a problem with what's the limit here? What are you okay with? What are you not okay? Can't everyone make it on a cover?
Weight is something you can control.
Okay.
She can't control the fact that she has a skin
Fair
condition.
point.
Just like men with their height can't control. You know how women discriminate men against their height. But,
right. Need to be 6 foot to date me.
Yeah, they don't see a problem with it. They don't even see any other guy.
Justin, as someone who's 5'9", do you have a problem finding women, bro?
Yeah, and I'm really angry.
You're what? You're 6'3"? How tall are you, Justin?
Yeah, I'm
6'3". Okay.
But I think what the problem is the message. Go back to the Sports Illustrated. Because
which one? The big girl?
This one here.
Oh, her. Okay.
Does it say "Be the change you want to see"?
Yeah.
So,
is that what it says?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it says? Scroll in on that. Good point.
Yeah,
Be the change you want to see. Break that down.
It's about the message. The message is saying that this is okay. The other girl that had the skin condition, the message should be, hey, I had this skin condition and I did my best in life to become the best I could, to become a model, and that I should be very proud of. I respect that woman.
Yeah.
The other one is saying, I'm fat, and if I'm really honest, I wish I wasn't. But since I am, love me anyway. I'm the change you want to see. Bull fucking shit. The hypocrisy is what pisses Jordan Peterson off about this.
I have a question.
Very valid point.
Is there any like illnesses that make you like overweight?
Thyroid.
Does she have that problem?
Diabetes, thyroid.
Statistically, probably not. If she would have grown up in a country that did not have the correct nourishment, she'd probably be skinny as a rail.
I understand that there's medical conditions, but that should be on the cover. You know, like it's a message, it's media. If you have a thyroid condition and you're fat, it should say that.
Well, women have a higher standard of like idealized male beauty than men have for women.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that gets lost in all this narrative here is like this, right? As again, this is social constructionism in action right here. Be the change you want to see. Okay, well, what is that? Let's change the rules of the game so that a woman like this can play at a different level. Let's change the game so that she's hot. Like in the game of hotness, I want to be hot, but I can't be because I'm this weight and I look like this. So therefore, I'm going to change. I want men to change their standards so that I am the one who's the ideal. Where meanwhile, if you go and if you saw a guy, let me ask you this question: if you saw a guy that was this heavy and had a shirt off.
It's a joke.
And dad bods was supposed to be something for a while there. Would you get excited about that guy? Would you buy the calendar of guys with dad bods, or would you buy the calendar of the hot Chippendales guy or the hot fireman calendar or something like that?
Yeah,
it's like that's the difference in standard there, because the Greco-Roman V taper with the chiseled jawline and 6-pack abs and 6 feet tall, that hasn't changed in like millennia. But now that we're in the 21st century here, we're supposed to say, you know what, beauty is actually subjective, and we should all just love this look right
picture.
here.
I slapped your picture.
It's because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it's like until it comes to male beauty, because there's a separate standard of justice for women and for men, and that's in a lot of different realms, by the way, but certainly in the physical, women have a higher standard of idealized male beauty than men do for women. If you don't believe me, go and look at all the different varieties of pornography there is. I mean, big women, fat women, skinny
Furries.
women. Yeah, exactly. Like all your hair colors, all colors of the rainbow. Name any girl. There is probably a niche of porn just for you. And just you don't believe me? Go ask midgets. Midget porn, right?
Well, one of the biggest porns is BBW, right?
Right.
Big beautiful women.
There ain't no big beautiful men that women are going, oh, I can't wait to get my big beautiful man.
Well, maybe that's where Sports Illustrated did their market research.
Natalia, you have that picture on Slack? I want to get your thoughts on this. But, okay, so you're a model.
I know what you're going to show.
Yes, I am a model.
You're a model.
Yes.
Hypothetical. All right, we have our 2 final contestants, our 2 finalists on who's going to make the cover of Vogue this coming month, or Sports Illustrated, or Men's, or Cosmo.
Okay.
And it's you, gorgeous, fit, doing your thing, bang, bang, boom, or Yumi Nu, and she beats you out.
Because
how do you respond to that? And she beats you out because she's social
We're trying
construction.
To be the change we want to see.
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
What
I'd be pissed.
as the model as the model? Go ahead. What would you say?
I would be very upset because I work extremely hard on taking care of myself and my health.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You know, so I would be very.
What would you say to
What
would you say to the magazine or the model agency if they said, "Hey, sorry, but we think very highly of you, but we'll consider you for the next time." Any final thoughts?
I would really like to know like why they would do that. I would be like, why?
Hey, look, this is just our selection, and unfortunately, we didn't go with you this year, but better luck next time. You would just say. They're not going to tell you the truth. What would you say?
No objective criteria.
Bullshit.
Think about who their market is. Their market is people that promote that too. So you would represent something that they would cancel them for too. That's something that I always think about now. It's like, who's your market that you're selling to? It's like people that want that to be okay. So is Jordan Peterson, back to that question, was he really wrong for saying that? It's like, I don't think so. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Natalia, you have that Slack picture?
That was a good question, Adam.
Well, I'm just saying, she's a model.
That was a really good way of
She's a model.
It. Yeah.
Well, I mean, something similar happened in, I think it was in the state of Nevada with I think it was Miss Nevada, was actually a guy. It was a trans.
And you know what? That was the point I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
This bullshit is the same thing that people are outraged about how men are saying they're women and going to beat women in sports. People are tired of the bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Is it just too woke? Is that what's going on right now? It's just woke?
It's an overcorrection.
Everybody wants to be like things that they're not, and I feel like that's where the problem is coming from. It's just like, can you be yourself or like get some mental help or something?
They don't have any mental strength.
This is going to sound really, really bad, but you know what that cover is? It's the equivalent of being at the high school homecoming football game, and they give the football to the mentally retarded kid and let him run across and get a touchdown, and everybody's yelling and yay, go, and they like he thinks.
Okay, and by the way, here it is right here.
That's what it is.
I'm cool with that.
This is basically what you're saying.
Scoreboard.
This is what you're saying. Is that
there you go.
If this is the swimsuit edition cover girl, then this should be people's sexiest man alive. Is that a fair point? That's the Two Bears podcaster, the comedian. I forget his name. Not Tom Segura. Tom Segura's buddy.
That guy is never going to be on the cover of Men's Fitness. That guy's never going to be on the cover of
ever, right?
And Iron Man.
Is that is that essentially the point?
You have
is
a
that
point.
stop it, guys? Stop trying to convince us that this dude is sexy. It's not going to happen. Now, women, if this guy was on the cover of all the magazines for you to look at,
does that get your blood
Playgirl
flowing?
magazine, at what point would you be like, look, enough's a fucking enough here. This guy's clearly not the sexy guy.
That's true.
Right?
I would definitely not look at that. I'll just be like,
and if Jordan Peterson said, sorry, buddy, you're not hot, would you have a problem with that?
It would never generate
So
the same
you see
interest.
the double standard here, Fosh.
I do, yeah.
Look at us.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah,
Okay.
it feels.
All right.
I see it.